That feeling whenever you got to your car and there's just a ton of birds chirping and the sun is shining and it's warm and it's a beautiful day. That kind of thing makes me so happy. And I hope that you guys begin your day in the most beautiful and wonderful way. Hello, beautiful soul. I hope that you're having an incredible morning, afternoon, whatever the time of the day it is. And this week, I wanted you to think about what makes you happy. With the sun coming out, I'm outside, and there's so many people out here that are enjoying the beauty of life and warmth and just sunshine. Remember, we're like plants. We all need sunshine, vitamin D, we need water. I actually wanted to talk about a Japanese word, Ikigai, and I'll put it on the bottom of the screen, and that's gonna be this week's episode. The meaning of it means a reason to live, or simple pleasure. And just in general, in the human life, we're so busy that we forget that life shouldn't always be working ourselves to death, or this unhappiness or this stress, that we forget that we're souls in a human body experiencing this life, and it is good to work. I'm not saying to put off work, I'm saying that there should be happiness on a daily, not just a weekly, but on a daily. You should find, even if it's just 5 minutes out of your day, and that's what I want to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoy. I feel like a lot of us feel like the human life, or just to survive and to live, that we don't get pleasures, that we don't get happiness, that we simply need to survive. And we forget that we're here on earth for a reason. We have dharma. We have a reason to live. Even if you are in search of your reason, your dharma, I hope you know that it's there. It's still out there, and you should searching for your purpose, for your happiness, simple pleasures you should have on a daily. Some pleasures of mine is movement. I think all of us feel happiness from moving because of the energy stuck within our bodies, and I talk about that a lot. So you can definitely try yoga, even dancing. If you're not good at it, still dancing makes all of us feel amazing, even if it's just private and it's in your room. For me, longboarding. If you have something that makes you feel happy like that, I love longboarding, because for me, I'm completely concentrated on just balancing, and I flow. And I've never been surfing, but it feels kind of like that. It feels like I'm surfing and I'm just flowing and I'm putting music on, and I don't care what anybody else thinks around me. I'm simply enjoying life, and for a moment I'm forgetting anything about my stresses of the world that I constantly tend to think about. So those are one of my simple pleasures that I just love doing. And another simple pleasure is reading. I love reading. I love reading any book that gets me to think, and I get pulled into the words of another person's mind, an author, and I get to learn things. And that's why we're here on earth, is to learn and to attain wisdom. And there's never enough learning. We can always be learning. As old as you are, you still have things to learn. And I find that a gift of the world. Something that brings me back home to myself is nature. I have to be outside. It brings me back to my organic self, to my full self, my soul. And I highly suggest it if you want to come back home to who you really are, without the worldly conditions, without the worldly opinions, and just to come home and find pleasure in it. When you look at the trees and you see stillness, and it teaches you to just simply be present. Or you look at the way the birds are flying over, and they're teaching you to just go with it, just flow with life wherever it takes you. I think another simple pleasure of mine is meditating, is breathing and remembering how grateful it is that we have oxygen and that we're alive and that our heart is beating, our prana, life force is moving through our body. And that means we have a purpose here. That by itself brings me complete pleasure. Another simple pleasure is to be with your soul tribe, to be with somebody who understands you at a really deep level. And you know those people that you meet in your life where you just click? That's what I mean. High vibration. And it's so rare too, so it makes it even more special. And so just to find somebody who sees you at your soul level and to understand that and to appreciate those things about you, those spiritual things about you, or those things that make you you, those pleasures, and they can connect with it. I think that's just an amazing feeling, to be seen and to be understood at a deep level. It's something that we all crave. And when you get that, treasure it. I know as the divine feminine energy, taking care of things. And if you can't take care of anything, go buy a plant and do the affirmations, water it, take care of it. Just like how you need some sunshine in your day, think about it like you're taking care of that plant and you're making it happy. And so put it in the window, put it out in the sunshine, give it some water. It's a living thing, and it gives you an opportunity to take care of something, and that's nurturing one of our humanness within us, our divine feminine, our healing abilities as human beings. So definitely take in that simple pleasure that we sometimes can overlook, but we have the need within us to do so. Another simple pleasure is learning something new. We all need to get in touch with our childlike nature every now and then. And to do that, that can be play, and that can also be learning something new and doing something that you're afraid of doing, that you've never done in your life, but doing it anyways, even if you're gonna mess up. It is childlike play, and it just brings us back to remembering who we are. It grounds us, it brings us into the present moment because we're so focused on learning it. It also helps us overcome any fears. It helps us grow as a person. I definitely highly suggest childlike play, or just honing into the inner child. I'd have to say writing, poetry for me. When I was little, I used to stay in my room. I would write a ton of poems and stories and even scripts. Anything having to do with paper and a pen. That's always been something that Heavenly Father has instilled within me as a passion, as a simple pleasure. It's a way of expressing myself, a way of releasing any of my thoughts, any of my dreams, any of my manifestations, any worries, any burdens, any stresses. And it also helps me as a journal as well to write out and release, to find things from a higher perspective and to understand and be grateful and find the light within the darkness. So I really do appreciate that. I feel like Heavenly Father does give me words, so I like to hone in that, even if that is not with a pen and paper, if that's with my phone. I do find words come into my mind so I can write some poems, but they're definitely completely inspired and one of my simple pleasures. In life, we have all of these to-do lists. We have needs, we have things we want physically. I hope that you take time and dream about the things that make you happy, truly and genuinely happy. The things that you're passionate about. I hope you find that, and I hope you know it's within you, and it's just about searching and not settling for just the superficial, the surface level happiness, because that doesn't last very long, but understanding that the things that you think about constantly or that you dream about, that has a lot to do with your dharma, your purpose, your reason to live. That has a lot to do with it. So search and practice and really strengthen that skill. I hope you guys don't give up, and I hope you do find a deeper meaning. I hope you guys are really living to the fullest and finding that deeper meaning and the deeper wants in your life to really make this short life, make it completely full, so you can look back when you're old, or you can look back at your life when you're in heaven, and you can be like, wow, I learned a lot, and I did a lot, and I'm really grateful because as a soul, I made the most out of my human life. And this is just the reminder to do so, to find your passions and to not give up and to not settle in life. I love you guys. You deserve deep soul love for yourself, for those around you, and to be seen. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be understood. I love you guys. I see you. And let me know if there's any questions for me. I definitely want to make sure you guys know that I want to connect with you guys as much as possible. I hope this adds some inspiration to your day, to your week, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your week, and I hope you have a blessed day. I'm sending my love and light.